doing. They're having kids come back for sports in small groups with coaches. So there'll be 2 or 3 kids with the coach doing like workouts and things like that.
Everybody to learn to play tennis.
Yeah, if you wanted to learn to play tennis, Cayenne's a softball kid. You know that.
Gotta share audio.
No audio.
Come on, T.
So professional.
Gee, you don't have audio.
I don't think he can hear. I think he hears the audio in his ears.
He hears the audio.
I can hear the audio in my ear.
Yeah, you don't hear the audio. You want to try again?
How can you not hear the audio?
It's
blasted in my ear.
I know.
And then I'm dancing so he thinks I hear it.
It sounds
try it
amazing.
again.
I'm trying it again.
Or do I need to play the song separately?
You can do the barbershop acapella version.
Big Slot Friday, where we just stare at T's confused face for an hour.
T's computer screen. That's
How
weird.
we
I
doing,
don't know why
folks?
the audio's not working.
You gotta hit. Oh man, fuck it. We don't need the intro. It's only a short dick slot.
You've all heard the song before,
right? If you're
so
here,
fucking typical. I don't know what to do.
Hey, I had mentioned that to you, Chad. I hope your brother's gonna play the acoustic version of that tomorrow.
Oh, I'll bring it up. I'll have him on when he comes on tomorrow.
We'll just have to mute everybody when we do it, so we don't have somebody coughing and interrupting.
Right.
That's right.
So I guess in Wook Plus news, our producer just got fired, and we're looking for a producer. If anyone has any audio skills or video skills, not audio, sorry.
Knocks it out of the
Chad,
park,
you're good.
then takes a week off.
That's right. Not ready to be back.
And there's no reason for you to host either. I didn't have to bring any guests in. We're not doing anything special. I could have done it.
Well, the reason I was doing it was I wanted to practice. See, I obviously needed to practice it.
Well, yeah, we'll go over.
But I don't
it.
understand why the sound's not working. I still can't figure out why the sound's not working.
Because when you share your screen, you have to hit share computer audio. Here, you want me to show you how it should be done? Because we have a new sponsor.
Everybody at home watch it.
Hold on, let me pull up our new sponsor.
Oh, we have a new sponsor.
Yeah,
Nice.
the last sponsor got people talking, and people are really excited about it. So, right after the last episode, I got approached, and they're like, "Hey, can we sponsor?" So
sweet.
Finally.
I don't know what I like best about Gorton's crunchy fish sticks and fillets, what goes into them or what doesn't. What goes into them is lots of mild, flaky white fish with a delicious crunch.
That's what I like, Mom.
What doesn't go into them is any preservatives, absolutely none.
Mom, can I have seconds?
With Gorton's, I really feel good about what they're eating and what they aren't.
Gorton's crunchy fish sticks and fillets. Absolutely no preservatives. And Mom, no leftovers.
Trust the Gorton's fishermen.
you had audio on that one, right?
Nice.
Yeah, we did. Travis just quit. He's
Yes,
gone.
he was like, I'm out of here. Whatever.
Oh, great. And then there were 3. And
Oh boy.
I love that commercial. I was thinking as we were watching that commercial just now, when the little girl takes the bite of the fish stick, you hear it crunch. I'm trying to imagine like an audio guy like me, in this, like trying to recreate that and having to eat like a dozen fish sticks just to get it right.
Just
Well,
to
what do you
make it
think it
right.
actually was? I don't think it was a fish stick. I could just picture an audio guy, yeah, like a piece of celery, maybe.
Right, or something.
Yeah.
I've never had a fish stick that actually had a crunch to it.
My
You never-
kids take the fish sticks and wrap them in crescent rolls and bake that shit in the oven, and they are crispy on the inside of the crescent roll. So unhealthy.
Kids are
What is that?
Wait, you mean like a croissant?
A crescent roll, like if you have on Thanksgiving, you roll out, then they're like
Those are
triangles.
croissants, aren't they?
They're called crescent rolls.
in Baltimore.
In Baltimore, they're called well, he's in Annapolis, so they're crescent rolls.
Well, so Llama would be the one that would normally chime in and answer this question, but he's out right now with his.
Yeah, we haven't heard from
family.
him in a week. He's like in the woods in Colorado for all we know. I think he went to Dick's. I think he thought there was shows.
He's frolicking in a field.
Ghost Llama's hanging out with the prairie dogs. Like, where's the rest of the guys? What the fuck?
Look, guys.
He just he sees them all there. Like he's going through this whole thing where he's just like, oh, this is happening. Where is everybody?
He turns into their leader. He becomes like the prairie dog, the leader.
Oh yeah, I could see that happening. Prairie dog whisperer.
Well, I hope he's having fun with the prairie dogs. Man, down to 3 is tough. We're gonna have to start recruiting more members.
Guys at Dick's last year?
Mm-mm.
No. The only time I went was 2015. I definitely couch toured this show though, because the second I pulled up the set list, and we won't give away the set list because I know some people don't like that, but yes, I'm flexing my corn shirt.
That's a sick shirt.
$25.
It's not bad.
No, he's part of the crew.
It's really comfortable too. I had to after all that talk with Jackie last week about the corn.
That was a fun show.
That was very fun.
I think I got a little lit. I flipped the switch a little early, so I apologize to anyone watching if I offended anybody, but it was fun.
I don't think anybody gets offended.
No, not offended or put off or whatever.
Yeah,
I don't
maybe
know.
like turned off.
Yeah, or
I'm mad.
Also, fuck you then because it's the lot. So I mean, like, right? People don't take it too seriously.
Yeah.
The last time I was in Colorado was 1994, so I've never had the pleasure of being at Dick's. It looks crazy. It's so wide open.
This year would have been my first Dick's run.
Aww.
I don't make it out west that often. I mean, I don't have to. Usually you can catch, 15 to 20 shows a year just staying local. So
right within 200 miles of your house.
You guys remember when we first started Wook Plus and it was like we all had this big grand plan to have a booth set up at Dick's and we were going to have.
We made the promo for it and everything. We had we had this whole plan set up.
We do the live podcast or show like this or whatever. We had that all planned already.
I was getting a bread and whatever Airbnb for us.
Take 2, 3, 2, 1.
We're gonna have fucking porterhouse.
Oh, hey, Travis is here.
Hey,
Travis, you want to go? You want to get the show started? You got the intro already?
Hey.
Live?
We're live. So we put out we put out the Dick's rankings thing.
Yeah, that was badass.
People were giving me shit on the other social media platform about 2017 being number 1, and I was like,
First of all, let's just be clear. Those were Llama's rankings, and we just went with them.
Yeah, that's 100% accurate because he's not here. So
yeah,
I think it was his, right?
It was his idea originally, and I wrote some of the copy for another piece that got grafted on. People were giving me shit on the other side. What happened?
Somebody had their YouTube on.
I just thought,
it's not like we've done 30 of these episodes before.
I think 14.
Yeah. Yes. No, I love that ranking format though. I think that's going to be a staple on Wook Plus going forward. We're going to rank all sorts of shit.
Well, I have I'm doing the top 75 studio cuts.
Yeah, we're not doing a 75 countdown.
No. but maybe we can do one for the top 6.
Coming from the blog side, you're not on production side, so you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do 75. It's like thinking about the editing. I'm like, yeah, we'll do 9. Maybe
our plan is to run 15 a day the whole week, and then the last day you take the top 6 and we make something.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll talk to Chop, or fuck it, we'll just do our own thing.
Right.
So
I've already done the rankings. I've already got that part done.
I think people are dying to find out what we are planning after Dick's weekend, and through the next 2 days we'll get more into the fall lineup and everything else. But the first thing I wanted to address, because I know people are really interested, is how the lot is going to move forward, and we are going to make the shift with Dinner and a Movie and go to once a month, but that'll allow us to put a little more production into it, get some continue to bring in great guests. And
what do you mean more production? This show's been perfect.
Our intros will have audio. And then some of the other, we'll have some new shows coming up. We'll have some more Wook Plus content outside of the lot. So, it's sad that we're not going to have the weekly Dinner and Movies, outside of the lot. I was excited to watch those each week, but
I forget his Twitter handle's Cross-Eyed and Painless. I forget what his @ is, but he does that SciTube show that he's been doing. Those are really fun. And I see other opportunities for us to still get together as a community. Somebody today on Twitter brought up Jemp Radio does Full Show Fridays.
Yeah, we're actually...
He added you on that, I think. I think he tagged you.
That's because there's conversations. So I'm just going to leave it at that. That is not a Friday reveal. So thank you, Chad. But
Oh no, I'm not saying anything that's not on Twitter. I don't know. I'm just saying this was a cool idea I saw on Twitter.
Yeah. So we'll be working with them, I think, hopefully. More to come. I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
More details to come. But yeah, no, that's gonna be fun. And then we got the Wookiee Awards, so that's gonna be badass. Can't wait for that.
Oh yeah, the Wookiee Awards.
Do you think any of the guys watching right now are gonna win one?
I think they all should win one. Oh, speaking for the people watching, I do want to bring this up tomorrow. Oh, we got time yet, but I'll just bring this up now. Tomorrow, and maybe I'll bring it up again. We're doing an all-day epic lot. If you don't already know, if you're here, you probably already know. We're starting at 3 Eastern, 12 Pacific tomorrow, and pretty much, man, if I follow you and you follow me on Twitter and you're watching this right now and you want to come on, you're probably welcome. So if I haven't already DM'd you, hit me up in the DMs tomorrow and I'll send you the Zoom link for tomorrow. But everybody's welcome. It's an all play. We got some fun stuff planned, some games.
What is that? Like a 5-6 hour show? It's gonna be fun as hell.
5.5, yeah. We might watch the Kentucky Derby and play some bets and shit.
I'll stop in. I'm not gonna be main hosting. You'll be.
We might play Stump the Boomer.
But I'll stop in.
We have a couple games that we've talked about that we should probably talk about some more.
We definitely have to do something around the Derby.
Oh yeah, Derby.
That'd be great.
You guys like the Derby?
Not particularly, but
I don't know. Man. I think I saw news footage a couple of years ago where it's just like a bunch of racist frat boys and salmon shorts or whatever, salmon shorts, and getting super drunk and saying stupid shit.
It's mint juleps and horses. If you have a horse, you're fucking a rich prick anyway. So I mean,
I was gonna say that I don't think that's our audience, so I don't feel that worried saying that. Like, oh no, we're gonna lose the mint julep crowd from the lot.
Have you ever
we're
been
more the more degenerate bettors who watch horse racing crowd.
Yes,
tulips tomorrow.
The Jim Rockford types.
Oh, someone in the chat just said fancy hat day on the lot tomorrow. Oh, that's your brother.
I have a floppy hat I can wear. I don't have anything fancy.
I'll talk to the wife. If I call in for a little bit, I'll bring a fancy hat. Shit, I'll have her call in with a fancy hat.
Have you ever been to a horse race, or especially one of the Triple Crown ones? I've been to the Preakness quite a few times, and it is a wild, wild party.
I've been to the Preakness.
You strike me as an OTB guy.
Yeah, I do like OTB. New Orleans, that was one of my things. I bet on the Kentucky Derby when I was in New Orleans because they had OTB, and it was always the second Saturday of Jazz Fest.
Spot those OTB guys anywhere.
But just the Preakness, I mean, they had bands. I saw ZZ Top one year, and then the next year were the Police were playing there. Yeah, they played in the infield.
Yeah, I think we had this conversation, Kev, and I saw Train. Train was playing the year I went. Yeah, lucky me.
Train.
Yeah, right next to the outhouses.
So this is the conversation where I said that he is the most punchable face in America. Whoever that guy is.
Yeah.
That might have been about the bracket, but yeah, at some point, Train did.
You get the Police, and I got Train. It's fantastic. It's a fun race, though. Great
it's
time.
Great. It's great to go there. And
Black Eyed Susans,
yes,
right?
The Black Eyed Susan, yes. Yeah. And then I don't know what Belmont's about.
Yeah, that one I don't. That one, upstate New York or whatever.
Is that the 1.5 mile one? I don't know.
Yeah, it's up in New York. Yeah, I don't know what their drink is or anything.
Oh, right.
Probably canned beer.
It's funny though because the Derby is very like Wook was saying. It seems very pretentious and whatever. And same with Belmont, but the Preakness, man, that one is like that's the shit show. Like that one's just a party. And even the track, like I went there thinking it's gonna be a nice track. Like I can't wait to see it. It's like in this neighborhood, like off a street, and you pull in, and you're like, this is it. Like Santa Anita is nicer than Pimlico, to be honest with you. Like I was really surprised.
Yeah. Neighborhood,
like glamorous, and you're like, this is
instead of mint juleps, that's like natty ice.
Exactly.
Keg stands.
Exactly. And then I'm seeing Train, and I'm like, this is exactly where I would expect Train to be playing. Something like this.
When I was a teenager, they used to let you bring coolers in. You could just bring outside beer in, and people would have wagons with coolers. It just gets so shitty.
Like wagons on like the Oregon Trail. I'm just picturing horse-drawn wagons.
Yes, those
you died of dysentery.
We cannot say it is impossible to bring up Oregon Trail without somebody saying you died of dysentery. I found that in my life.
For sure.
So far, Kev's done it to us like 3 times.
They don't make games like that, man. That was a hard game.
It's an
Oh,
iconic
it was
game.
hard because you were 4.
Well, yeah, but I used
And
to
the
die all
computer
the
sucked.
The computer sucked. It was just green text saying you died. I'm like, son
You
of a bitch,
died.
again.
I actually found a couple years ago. I actually found a mobile version of that game, and it wasn't the same. It didn't have that
I'm
same
sure.
sort of tactile like feel of like go.
Yeah,
eat.
that was pre-civilization. Once you got into Sid Meier's Civilization, I mean, shit. Oregon Trail
Even the
ain't shit
first one
anymore.
way back when. Yeah, exactly. I mean, blew it away.
Yeah.
Corn Friday. Just saying.
It is Corn Friday.
I kind of went corn. You went yellow. What's that shirt all about?
Oh, you enjoy
It's a
myself.
yes shirt.
Oh, nice.
Yes, I bought it in Virginia Beach '97.
I went down a t-shirt rabbit hole this week because I wanted to up my fish merch, and I put it out under like for suggestions, and man, did I go down some rabbit holes. I was on like 10 different sites, like just every kind of fish. I think I got the ones I want. I'm not going to reveal them now because I haven't bought them yet, but I think I found the ones I want.
Checking Etsy out.
Yeah, I know Etsy was definitely in there, but I found some more people from the community that are selling them, and I would rather do it like that. And they're on Etsy too, I should say. But like, yeah, there's people in the community.
Right, there's an Etsy type thing that's called something about the lot or something that has a website.
Yeah, they started following us, and I realized it's because they use the same tag. The same hashtag.
Okay.
They used a lot on everything. They probably got pissed because we use that shit for the dumbest conversations, and they're like legit trying to like sell shit.
There we
Like,
go.
hey, Wooks, knock it off.
So they decided to
Our vibe.
join.
Yeah, they're like, you can't beat them, join them.
Right.
That might have been one of the girls I was communicating with through email. It's the Lot Online. Is that their website?
Something
I
like
don't
that.
know.
Yes, I believe it is.
I was emailing with her because I was trying to get her to rush me like 3 shirts, and she's like, "I could rush you a shirt, but it's gonna be like $70." I'm like, "Yeah, I'll wait."
Yeah, I'm good.
You think we should open up the lot to other shows besides dinner and a movie, like other streams and stuff?
Of course.
Yeah, I think like I don't want to do this just once a month. I have too much fun. I
love it. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe shorter though. The long shows every week is a lot, I think. I don't know. It's fun though.
I've gotten to meet so many cool people that I only interact with on Twitter, and I get to see what they look like, and and get to know them a little bit more on a personal level, and that's been really fun.
And I've gotten to call in a ton of favors. Like people are super friendly on Twitter, like, "Oh yeah, man, you ever need anything, just hit me up." And then we started this show, and I'm like, "I'm hitting you all up, every single one of you."
Oh, that's great. That's great.
So what's the show tonight? Did we do this research?
17.
We did. I have this open. I don't know. Do we want it? We don't want to give away set list. I will say I couch toured this one, and I will tell you that the second set is badass.
If you have been watching Dick's Facts on Wook Plus on Twitter, then you
Dick's
may know
Facts.
some of what's going on tonight because Dick's Facts have been related to the shows this
Do you
week.
have any Dick's Facts ready?
Do I have any Dick's Facts ready that we haven't heard already?
No, or even some you've posted. I just want to hear some Dick's Facts.
Oh, yeah, we do. That
I'm gonna put you on the spot.
the 16 horseless Silent in the Mornings. There have only been 16 Silent in the Mornings that didn't have the horse before it. 2 of them were at Dick's. Once out of Slave at the S show, which is obvious, but then in 2013 out of Hood.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes.
Hood to Silent.
That was 16.
Yes.
They did that.
13.
2013.
Yes.
A weird transition.
Yes. And then, Dick's is the 4th most played venue.
Yeah,
which amazed a lot of people.
Did you guys resolve that? I saw you post that, and then people started questioning about venue name changes.
Well, no, Deer Creek ends up being like 21 with all the different names. And that's the closest.
I guess it's not that surprising because it's always a 3-night run, but I would have thought like SPAC would have been up there because that's usually a 3 or 4 night run they usually do when they go up there. But I guess that hasn't been every year.
I feel like one of the Chicago venues like Rosemont or UIC would be up there.
They were like at 10.
Well, that's the thing.
12.
There's more than one. And there's multiple venues that they play. Ever since they stopped playing Red Rocks, really the only main venue they've been playing out there has been Dick's.
Yeah.
Right. The Gorge is up there.
Really?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
the Gorge
'cause
was
it's
like
3-night
5th or
runs
6th.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's always 3 nights.
Because the Gorge is
2 nights.
out there in the middle of nowhere, so they're not going to do
Right.
a one night run, stop
Right.
off.
One thing to think about though is when 1.0 ended, a lot of the places, like they played the Omni only once in Atlanta. You would have thought they would have played the Omni a lot more times than just that Halloween show. At least for me, because the Dead played there so much, they started playing the new place in Atlanta. And every 10 years, they tear these places down and build a new one. So very seldom do you get something like a Madison Square Garden that's been there for 100 years or however long it's been there.
Well, and with Trey living in Manhattan and getting older, and
Right. It's his hometown venue.
Yeah, he's like, fuck it, we can sell out MSG. Why would we play anywhere else? I don't blame him.
Right, I could ride my moped over or whatever the fuck that thing is.
Did you guys see that news report like a week after that about like the fatal accidents with that specific brand of mopeds?
Great.
Oh no. Oh no.
There was like some recall on them and like people were like dying or something. I mean, this might be fake news. I shouldn't really be reporting on something I only know 5% on, but hey, welcome to America.
That you
Hey,
read on
But yeah,
Twitter.
I think people were dying and I just saw the headline. I was like, motherfucking, if Trey gets in an accident, I'm gonna be so pissed.
Oh man.
Speaking of my corn shirt, I did want to give a shout out to Jackie. She put out a fucking hilarious tweet. She tweeted about a half an hour ago. She said, "I put patchouli on and spilled White Claw all over myself to feel like I'm there." Aw.
White Claw.
White Claw.
Oh man. Somebody wanted me to make a cocktail with White Claw.
I tried one of those. I've tried it twice now because we have them in the fridge because we have a friend that comes over that he watches calories, so he doesn't want to drink beer.
Aww.
So we keep them in the fridge for him. And I was like, one night I was like, I'm gonna have one of these, and I took 2 sips, and I'm like, nope, can't do it.
You got to throw a shot of vodka up in that motherfucker. Pour it over ice, put a shot of vodka in it, and they're all right.
I think you just made it worse.
I am not a fan of White Claws.
For somebody like me, that's like pretty much just a straight beer drinker. Like I don't get too experimental, so it was a little bit too rich for my Wisconsin boy blood.
Rich. Tastes like shitty bubbly water.
It's like sugar.
It tastes like the Preakness.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's
So
exactly
how
what
did-
you drink at the Preakness.
How did White Claw become so popular? Because 2 years ago it didn't exist. And then it was like the most popular thing in the world last year.
Marketing, baby, marketing. How do you think?
Yeah, good marketing.
Remember Zima back in the day? This is just Zima 2.0.
Yeah, it's exactly, or not even Z. What do I remember?
Claw is a
The
malt
Smirnoff
liquor.
Ice.
Right.
You guys remember that challenge where like, what was the challenge? Like you did something like you had to like hit the top of it and then they had to get on their knee. Fuck, I'll look that up for Sunday.
I clue what you're talking about. I am so lost.
I'll look it up tonight and tomorrow or Sunday I'll update you. I think there's some challenge with it.
I never got that Zima says it's malt liquor because I think of malt liquor, I think of like an OE or a fucking,
yeah,
Steel
you're right.
Reserve.
Mickey's.
Mickey's, yeah, Mickey's.
Little Kings.
Oh
Yes.
man.
Or the king of them all, Colt 45.
Uh-oh. Yeah, no, Mickey's
Works every time.
Mickey's was my senior year in high school.
The big mouse? Did you get the big mouse?
Oh, come on.
And what did they had those, what do they call it? Cryptograms or whatever inside? Like you had to figure something out on the inside. It had picture plus picture.
So I looked up,
Yeah,
it's called
yeah.
icing, by the way, Smirnoff Ice. It was icing. You would hide a Smirnoff Ice in an where they weren't expecting it. And the second they saw it,
Unsuspecting place.
yeah, an unsuspecting place. And the second they see it, no matter where you are, no matter what you were doing, the rule was you had to get down on your knees and chug it. But like it tastes like shit. So it was just like a bunch of bros. This was like back in like 2009, 2010. A bunch of bros would just be like, go to shake your hand, and they'd have like a Smirnoff Ice hidden in their hand, or it was a big like viral thing for a year. I just remember because I used to get caught in it all the time. Fucking hated Smirnoff Ice.
You ever play Beer Hunter?
Deer Hunter?
Yeah, you shake one beer up and you put it in the cooler, and then everybody grabs a beer and has to open it right by their head, and somebody fucking gets their head splashed.
Oh man, socializing. Remember
We
when you
used
could
to
do
do-
shit like that because you weren't on a Zoom call?
And you hung out with people.
And you hung
guys
out
were,
with people.
in the same room.
I was
and
like,
had
we should
beers
do
with
that
them.
tomorrow, but that would just be all of us shaking a beer and opening it on camera.
in front of our $100 microphones and $1,000.
Well, I was gonna say in your case,
Computers.
probably a lot more than that.
Yeah, no, this
Oh,
one.
man. It's funny.
Oh my god. Well, when I was so in high school, we would have these parties where we would have a trash can with a lid with a hole cut in it. It was filled with beer and ice, and you had to reach in, and whatever beer you grabbed, that was the beer you had to drink. It didn't matter. Now, Wisconsin, just so you know, has about 1,000 different brands of shitty beers. We have like Kingsbury and Red, White, and Blue and Milwaukee's
Genesee.
Best. Like, yeah. So like,
Hey,
you might
hey
get like,
Chad, real quick. We got
Yeah.
someone's coming in. I
Uh-oh.
didn't think he was gonna make an appearance, but here he is.
We found him.
Thank God.
What's up?
I hope he's surrounded by prairie dogs so bad.
See, I'm so impressed that you actually managed to bring in a guest.
I didn't have to play him in though. I didn't have to play an intro for him, so it was easy.
We'd be sitting through an awkward 45 seconds of silence waiting.
You'd have good graphics though.
Oh, by the way, nobody that comes on tomorrow is getting an intro. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna be like, hey, what's up?
Yeah, totally.
We should do intros for Sunday though. We have some good guests for Sunday too.
You want to tell people who they are? Are they confirmed?
I have 2 confirmed. Yeah. We have Chris Weaver from NFL Films. So that'll be fun. Talk some foosball, and some fish, big fish head. Also video editing. Who knows? We could talk about all sorts of shit. Then Bill Ryan, Financial Bill, is one of the Mockingbird Foundation directors. I think he spearheaded the COVID campaign they just wrapped up not so long ago. And this weekend, the dinner and the movies are all raising money for Mockingbird. And if you've seen the show more than once, we are huge supporters of that. So interesting guy. Figure we could talk about that. We have some things planned with them too, with Mockingbird. We're going to announce soon. We're all over the place. We're doing a lot of shit. It's weird when you list.
We're putting the plus in Wook Plus,
right?
For the last 6 months, it's just been Wook. There's been
a lot of Wookery over the last. The first 6 months has been all Wooker, and the fall lineup's going to be all plus. So we all the extra.
We're a touch of Wookery. Hi, Llama.
Hey.
Steve, I'm reading your text. Hey, boys. Come on.
How's it going, guys?
Saturday.
Do you have a bit
how are the
prepared?
in-laws?
They're well fed. I just
The
made a bunch of
in
homemade pizza.
llamas. The in llamas.
Yeah. The herd is doing well.
The herd is good. Fed and well.
Yes. Yeah,
How long
make a
did-
mean pie, man.
Oh, excellent. How long have you been sitting on that joke, Travis? The in-llamas. You've been
It
working
actually
on that
just
one.
came to me. I'm surprised I didn't have
Yeah.
it sooner. I'm kind of disappointed in myself because of all the texts that he sent us about it. I never clicked until just now. Took a couple beers. That's what it was.
Oh, cheers. I got some wine.
Cheers, llama. Welcome to the show.
Well, thanks. Has anybody been to this one?
No.
I was.
This is a 2017 one, right?
Yeah.
This is my
I was.
favorite show. This is my favorite
This one?
show. Yeah.
Were you there? Were you there?
No.
This is why it was ranked number 1.
It was ranked number 1 because it was my favorite, because I love that second set. Like the second set is just, it's up there, man. It's really good.
We were
And
talking
they
about
did it without the cheap jokes. So yeah.
We were talking about the rankings and how you were getting a lot of heat. You weren't trolling, right? Like this is legit.
I got heat. I don't remember getting heat.
On
I haven't
Facebook, you
heat.
got heat. I posted it in the Facebook group.
Okay, well, Facebook's filled with Republicans, so I don't give a shit.
So is Twitter, by the way, which just kind of isolated in fish Twitter. But God, if you ever look at comments on some of those really racist, fucked up tweets, it's the most depressing shit ever.
I stay away from them.
No, I know.
That's negative,
It was
but
an accident, but holy shit. Talk about a scary anyway.
So if I'm in 100% odds with the people of Facebook, I know I'm in the right boat.
You're not in 100%.
That was a hard undertaking though. Did you have difficulty, or did it come to you pretty easily when you're trying to rank them?
I think the hardest part is like when you listen to them back to back, you're like, oh, it's another Silent in the Morning Encore. Wow. You know,
It's a lot of Silent in the Mornings.
Yeah, it's like a lot of the same stuff. So like by the time you get to like 2015, 2016, you're like, I already heard this.
It's
Well, that's
funny
why
you
they
say that
always
because there
had
is
the
a lot of the
gimmicks.
same stuff. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And there is a lot.
and then
of the same
2017 is relatively new, with like it's a completely different approach with the 5 songs.
Even the sound check for 2017, I think, was Thread, which is one of my favorite jams. And I don't even think that was. Oh no, they debuted it earlier that year.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, really, if we want to be honest, if I were to listen to them like months apart, it might have changed. But
so you listened to all 27 shows back to back to back to back.
Yeah, it took about a week and a half.
Damn, it's a great week and a half.
It is.
They've done Silent in the Morning every year but one.
It's a good excuse, by the way.
Actually,
hey, why can't Llama make it on the lot? Well, I just listened to 27 shows in a row. My wife's kind of pissed, so I have to put in some family time.
Homework.
Llama, I don't even know. Is your wife a Fish fan?
She's not a Fish fan, but she's not a fan. You know what I mean? Like
she gone to shows.
Yeah, she went to Alpine with me, and she was like, "Oh, this is a fucking great vibe. Everybody's chill as fuck, except for the guy tripping balls next to us."
Oh, I thought she was talking about you.
Sorry, Llama.
No.
Everybody's chill as fuck except for this asshole.
The
asshole in the
second
headband.
night of Alpine, we had this guy keep yelling that there was bats attacking him. He must have hit it hard.
Thought he was Bruce Swain. Fucking
I
tripping
don't know.
out.
He was saving us.
The attack.
He's like, I'm saving you from the bats. And we're like, thanks, man.
I missed
Get the
that, though. I
fuck
missed
outta
those
here.
characters.
You know, one night in a 3-night run, that's a good amount of characters.
Or even one night in a whole like tour or whatever.
Tour,
but like
I
you
was
have to
gonna
have
say.
that one set where you just like run into the craziest
know-
fucking people.
That guy was still more polite than the chompers on night 3 during Ruby Waves. Like they kept
So-
telling us about their hotel room. And we're like, we don't give a fuck. We just want to listen to music.
Chompers means talkers now, right?
Yeah.
Because I think when it originally started being used in the scene, it was people that just love everything the band does, like the piss in the ear crowd, because they chomp it all up. That's how I originally had learned it.
Oh.
Because that's the quote unquote type of chomper I've been accused of. Like I don't talk at shows, but I do like legit love anything Fish does most of the time. Like I loved Big Boat when it came out. I loved Sigma Oasis. So, but I get confused now when
You're
people
Scott
say
Marks.
chomper. Yeah, Scott is
Okay,
that kind of chomper.
It's that pause.
We had-
head chomper.
We had an older couple that wouldn't shut the fuck up.
Yeah. By
Sorry,
older,
Llama.
what do you mean?
Our age.
Like Cav's age or like Chad's age?
Like probably closer to Cav's age, because they were talking about like their kids who had like graduated and stuff. So you know, some empty nesters who evidently my wife and I were the only people they felt like talking to.
That's not cool.
As we were having this conversation, I was trying to think of the weirdest thing I've ever seen at a Fish show, and I'm like, that's impossible to rank. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm thinking like it's all weird.
I
You know what
just
I'm
thought of the second show of ranking shit. That's what I'm going to call that show until we come up with a new name. But like our countdown, the 9 weirdest things people have seen at Fish shows. That'd be fun as hell. I've seen it more
Hold
than
on.
once.
Good
Several
weird?
times people
Good
having
weird or
sex on
bad
the
weird?
lawn. What?
Good weird or bad weird?
Just weird.
Just
We're
weird.
not judgment. We're not casting judgment.
Right.
Well, I mean, I guess a little bit, but
I mean,
not morally. Just that it's
Just who's the
atypical.
best? Who's the best weirdest?
Yeah.
Is all the judgment we're casting.
My favorite thing to do at a Fish show is when I like the outdoor venues where you have the pav and the lawn and that walkway in between where everybody's spinning and dancing during the second set.
Yeah.
I love going down there because that's where you find the real weird. Like that's where you get like the just spun out fucking just like whoa.
is this out in the pit?
No, between the pav and the lawn, there's usually like a channel of like walkway.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And actually at Camden this past year, it stormed. Like it just rained cats and dogs for like, actually the show got delayed. It was like a tornado warning.
Sucked.
And
Yeah.
that pathway there flooded and turned into like a canal. It's like for the storm drainage. There's probably a foot of water, and there were some wooks. And keep in mind, this is runoff from the entire lawn of the venue. So there's like piss and beer and cigarette butts, and there's fucking wooks like splashing in it, and like doing the backstroke, and rolling over.
One year at Star
And
Lake,
they're showering.
One year at Star Lake, when it rained, people were sliding down the hill in the mud. It had rained so much, and they would get up and fucking, and then
mud is
whacking into the concrete at the base, because it has the fucking piece.
You can't
of concrete.
stop.
I was like, somebody's gonna fucking break their ankle. I just stood there. I was like, yeah, it's that guy.
I've done that a couple times. I did that at Alpine once. If you've been to Alpine, that hill's fucking steep. Like you're gonna go. Raleigh, North Carolina, '97 after the hurricane lightning storm. That whole lawn was just mud. It was awesome.
Fucking, I hate the Alpine Hill because there's that one spot where everybody pisses on the wall, and all it does is run down to other people. It's like, why, dude? Just go to the bathroom.
Yeah, at an outdoor venue, there's really no reason like that. Well, I guess in an indoor venue, especially, you wouldn't piss, but like those lawns, most of them have like 1,000 porta potties lined up. It's not hard. Like there's usually not long lines.
Well, the only time it's excusable is if you're stuck like in the middle of a crowd, like if you're in a lot of people on the grass and you can't get out, which doesn't really happen at those venues because the grass is pretty open at the top. But if you're like at a festival and you're stuck in the middle, you're not getting out to go take a piss, and then you kind of just got to let it go down the lake.
On the list of like fucked up things to do on the lawn, I'm gonna put pissing on the people in front of them slightly worse than the chompers.
Well, I'm never pissing on anybody in the lawn. I'm just because I'm never on the lawn. First of all, like I don't go back there. I'm not back there. But when I am back,
some people don't have a choice. Like we have to go to the lawn. Like
I like the lawn. I choose to go to the lawn.
Everybody's
all
pits
uptight.
suck. I like
Everybody's
pads,
uptight in the pavilion. It's my space, man. This is my seat.
This is my.
I like having a seat to sit in, like when intermission hits and shit. Yeah, over the grass for sure. Definitely.
But like the shed pits though is different than like the arena floors, right? Because they oversell those pits. It's a much smaller space and they sell the shit out of them. So like if we're at an arena show, I would get floors, but I will never go into the pit at one of the sheds again. Like I hate them all. Like, well, no, Merriweather's decent, but I'd rather be in the pavilion or the front of the lawn than be down in the pit, I think.
Well, in some of those venues though, the pits are so
they're tiny and they oversell them.
Yeah, and that's like here it's like Sleep Train down at Chula. Like that's the only place out here that's like that. But those pits suck for sure.
I got to be behind the soundboard.
Merriweather has a pretty good pit
spot. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Merriweather, I think, has a decent pit.
Like Dick's, the floor. The great thing about Dick's, the floor is huge, and it's except for the flooring that they put over the grass. I think Har posted that picture today that made it look like it was grass. It's so shitty. Like it should be grass because it's a soccer field. Like Grand Avenue would probably tear the shit out of it, so it would suck. But that shit they put down on top of it is the most uncomfortable thing if you're barefoot. And I like to go barefoot at the show. It's brutal. And sitting on it, your ass just gets tore up.
Do you ever get your feet like just destroyed? Like some Wook dancing and just stomps on your feet?
No, never.
You ever step in like
ever wear shoes?
Sticky beer? Like,
yeah, I step in all kinds of shit, but my feet are.
I feel like after 3 minutes of stepping in shit, though, you don't care. You're like,
I'd much rather just have nothing on my feet than deal with it. So,
how did that start, Travis? Like, when did you decide that was going to be your thing?
It was sort of.
He was a baby Wook back in the day. He's like, when I grow up.
It was one of those things like I grew up in Colorado and my feet, like this is terrible story, but my feet sweat a lot. And so like when I'd snowboard, the first thing I would do, like I never drive in shoes or socks. Like I always drive barefoot. So it kind of started with that. And then it just sort of evolved into like just always wearing flip-flops because I hate wearing socks. Like socks drive me crazy.
I wear flip-flops a lot.
And then I just live in a climate now, that accepts it. So I just like never have to wear that.
What about in the airport? Do you wear flip-flops at the airport?
I do.
I never wear shoes. I wear my Sanooks.
What are Sanooks?
Yeah,
they're like They're just a kind of sandal, but they don't have a back. They make ones without a back. You just slide your feet in, and
Isn't that all flip flops?
no, these aren't flip flops because they have a front on them.
They're like a shoe, but with no
Crocs.
backing.
Are they Crocs
I
without a
really
back?
regret asking Kev what that was.
I regretted that because he started looking for him, and I'm like, no, it's cool.
Yeah, no,
He's gonna
we're
pull him
good.
off his foot.
Yeah, right? Oh no, we lost.
Oh
it.
no,
where'd you get it?
man! Why'd you guys do that? Oh, come on.
I can't drum with shoes on. That's the one thing I can relate with you driving is my.
Ooh, we have
It's
that
hard,
in
well,
common.
because it weighs me down too, right? Like you lose speed in your pedals, so like every time I like jamming or go hang out and play drums, first thing is shoes off. So I get it.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I always have an
Same
extra
thing.
pair
Oh,
for when
man,
one
we're back
dies.
to this?
So this is this is what they look like.
You still got tags on them. They're brand new.
I always like I
I'm
said, I always
glad.
have an
I
extra
was expecting
pair.
to have something like super crusty.
Well,
Like you could see his foot, like
when
I know where
Sweat
I've seen those
lines.
before. I have seen those in nursing homes.
right when I wear these out, when
It's a
I start wearing
slipper.
these, I'll buy
it's
a
a
new pair.
slipper.
So I
It's a
always
fuck-
have a pair.
It's a slip.
Kev, it's a slipper.
It is a slipper. I love it.
Well, why do you call it a Sanook? Is that a
And
brand?
that's the name of the brand. Yes, SNAKU, Sanook.
Yeah,
Because it sounds classier than slipper.
tomorrow,
Really,
when you come on tomorrow, show us your slippers. I have them up and down here somewhere.
it's one of those Birkenstock kind of things. After you wear them, they
Mhm.
form to your feet. So you put it on, and it like completely fits your foot and cushions all the little cracks in your foot and shit.
That's nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody out there now,
That's
you know about
nice.
my feet. You know about Travis.
You know,
feet,
Kev.
my feet.
I was gonna say this earlier.
What do you guys? It's concert. It's venue shoes. What do you wear on your feet to the venue?
I wear
just want
simple. I
Vans,
have a
man.
pair of simples.
Oh no, I go steel toe boot. No, just kidding. I
Do
go.
you-
Doc Martens.
always- always finish.
I'm not dancing next to you.
The last couple of years, I've
Crushing my
switched to
toes.
Nikes because I always wore flip flops, like because it like I'm part of the aesthetic, right? Like you had like the tie dye or whatever, your lot shirt and like the flops and the sweat and everything. But after the Baker's dozen, that's when I don't know. I'm getting older. I'm not in the best health, and fuck, my feet would hurt after a run like that. So I was like, I'm going full arch support Nikes.
That's smart, dude.
Comfort.
And to that point, I've definitely noticed the older I've gotten, that's the one thing to go on barefoot. Like a 3-night run, like by Sunday, I'm done. My back hurts. My feet are killing me. Like it's like I need a stand seat. Like you need. And all my other buddies are like, no, we're on the floor. I'm like, oh man, I can't. Like my feet are killing me. Like I feel like an old man.
Well, even if you're at a seat, like you're still up, right? The only, I guess,
But the intermission, you
separates-
get like a nice, and like if you need to during this, like
Those
when
teams-
let's say like gumbo comes on, you like want to sit down and relax.
Who sits during gumbo?
Just
You know
that
somebody.
was a shout out to fam.
You know what? Thank you for reminding me. He just launched that Cornerstone project a couple days ago. So
I hope
I
everybody
don't
check
know if
that
he has a
out.
website, but I know that on social media, on Twitter, it's Cornerstones, right?
Cornerstones, I think.
So-
Cornerstones. Yeah.
Go
Are
check that out. See what he's
He
doing.
may stop by tomorrow.
Oh,
With
I
me
think he
and
put
Chad.
a, I think he put a poll up too for the second one. What song he wanted to ask people what they wanted to hear. Which one, like Dancing in the Streets. It was 4 Dead songs. Samson Delilah, Dancing in the
Yeah.
Streets, Don't Ease Me In, and I can't remember the
Viola
last-
Samson
Lear.
Delilah.
I think I voted for Don't Ease, but
Right,
yeah.
Doughnese. I used to call it DOUGHKNEES.
I was.
At the end of the set, you had Doughnese. You were like,
I love the Happy Trey project shit he was doing too. That one I was,
that was
like,
fun.
I was kind
That's a
of
good one.
jealous too. I was like, oh, that's a good idea. Why didn't you come up with that 3
is
months
good.
ago? That's
Totally.
cool. I'm happy for him. That's a cool project. You
It
should definitely
is.
go check that out.
And obviously, there's got to be a ton of footage of Happy Trey, which is cool because he cuts in other things to it. So I was like wondering how long I could go, but it seems like he's got a pretty good thing going.
Yeah.
So
Trey's
there's got to be a
always
lot of
smiles
happy
a
Trey.
lot.
So yeah, exactly. He's a happy player.
You have
so.
to wonder what he's up to.
I actually can't remember a moment when he doesn't look happy on stage. Well, 2.0.
There's
Ironically,
this picture. Well, that picture even looks happy though. He's smiling.
no, but like
No
Coventry
wonder he has
and
that
stuff.
Happy Trey project. He's like, my favorite version of Fish. There's no Happy Trey.
But like
Oh, man.
3.0 and 1.0, I can't really think too. Well, yeah, no, I guess there's a few in 1.0, but 3.0, I can't think of any times he's not really happy.
Is Rock Trey happy Trey though? Because he's not smiling. He's like when he gets that look on his face, like
the coming look. No, that's a happy look for Trey.
No, I mean like when he looks like he wants to kill everybody.
Yeah, I think
that's
happy.
Intense Trey.
Yeah, intense Trey. I guess that's what I was going for.
And then there's drooling Trey, but that only happens at Alpine apparently.
Don't hate.
Don't hate.
Llama, I'm glad you made it. I felt really weird, and I thought that it was because Travis fucked the intro up. I really thought that was why the show.
Time.
As it turns out, it didn't feel right without the 5. So I'm glad you made it.
I'm glad it
Oh man,
we were all staring at each other like before we went on, and we were like, "Oh,
okay.
man, weird," and we don't know what we're gonna do.
I think we're all a little spent because we put a bunch of work in, every single one of us this week, getting all that content out.
Oh yeah, I haven't done shit, man. I'm fresh.
Well, you listen to a lot of music.
You listen to 27 shows.
Yeah,
you sat through 8 silent in the mornings. Come on.
Natural.
So tomorrow we'll be back on. Well, not all of us, but all of us at some point will be back on with a lot. We're gonna have some more. We have more shit for the blog, right? Check out wookplus.com.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my piece is dropping tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I
is
think
that,
so.
Is that your
Whatever
show? We
it
thought
is.
it was Sunday was the show that you didn't make, but
No,
it's tomorrow.
All right, so yeah, Chad has a piece on the blog.
Yeah,
which is
that's
a
gonna
nice
drop tomorrow
treat.
for sure.
And we have a piece we put out the other day that is a cocktail menu to pair with dinner and a movie.
Yeah, that's
if you
cool.
want to drink it.
Check and follow Wook Plus on Twitter because Dick's facts are awesome. I love
Tequila
that.
and milk.
Oh, and the
Tequila
dick
milk.
pic contest.
Oh
Yeah. Get your picks in.
Get your picks in. We'll look at those live on Sunday. I was thinking maybe we should prepare it and like pull them into a slideshow, but then I was like, let's live dangerously. Let's just go hashtag dick pic.
No.
Live on the lot and see what we find.
Nope. Not doing that.
Come on.
Also, I saw somebody bring up a good point. The better dick pics are pics of you and your crew partying in the lot because this is the lot. Like, pics of the stage and stuff are cool if you got a cool one,
Yep.
but we'd rather see you. So
Yes, I don't need to see an empty stage or a light show from 75
And we're the ones that are going to be
back.
picking it, right? Like
Yes.
we'll just pick the ones we like, and I don't know, send them some stickers or something.
Having alcohol or illicit substances in your hands is always a plus.
Like Kevin does right now.
Oh boy.
It's Product Spot. This is our other sponsor, but Tim doesn't know.
You have a side hustle? You collecting money without telling us?
Exactly.
what is it? The world's greatest chat show?
Yes, it's the world's greatest chat show. You can Venmo it.
The only person that's gotten paid for anything.
I know I've actually gone
man.
in debt now in this with the stock footage place.
Yeah, I think Kev's
First time.
Yeah, I got the sticker thing, but hey, and you know what? Whoever has a good dick pic is probably going to get a sticker from
Dick's pick.
Dicks.
Oh,
Not a
Dick's.
dick pic. Dicks.
Oh, my
Never
fault.
been
Oh.
a more important possessive plural than when it comes to dicks.
What your best? We want to see your best.
Keep speaking those English terms. Oh my god.
I wanted to move on from it because I'm not 100% confident that I did it right. I was just like, throw it out there and then let's move on before anyone corrects me on the thread.
It's a potent important.
But yeah, that S is extremely important. You forget that S and you get hit with some different types of content.
Technically, it's just a possessive.
Yeah, it's not plural. That's what I was thinking. I was
Plural
like,
would be S
the
apostrophe.
apostrophe. Yeah,
And
I know.
don't-
I was speaking.
Don't add the
Anyway,
apostrophe.
llama.
Don't add the apostrophe if you're doing the hashtag because otherwise you're just going to hashtag the word dick.
Dick.
Oh,
Oh
man.
shit.
Oh boy.
Good.
But
Well,
that's
some
why
sort
we
of
have
religious
an editor.
fanatic, and he thinks I'm possessed by some sort of dick devil. My parents make me go see some therapist, and he's asking me all these dick questions. They literally made me stop eating foods that were shaped like dicks. No hot dogs, no popsicles. You know how many foods are shaped like dicks? The best kinds.
Yeah, now he figures out the audio.
Yeah, now I got it down.
Very
Well,
good.
It just took me a minute. I had to get back in the saddle, man. It took me a moment. Yeah.
It's all right. Like 10
He had to take
people
his
are
shoes
watching
off.
this
That's all.
shit.
Exactly. Thank you, Llama.
Maybe we have to play the intro as the outro, so the countdown goes into the fish show.
In the backwards.
Oh.
I have a good outro for us tonight.
Wait, did you figure out how to share audio though? Like
I did.
the video?
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah. That's good.
That's good.
That's good.
Llama brought up the shoe thing again. I did want to tell you, Travis. When I went to take a shower today, I looked at the bottom of my feet for the first time in like a week. And holy shit, it looked like I'd been at a show, man. It looked like I'd been dancing on the lawn. I was just like, oh man, I gotta wash these puppies.
You might want to clean your house.
It's bad. It's bad.
No, it's from walking. It's walking on the lawn barefoot in the backyard because that's a fun hobby of mine. But then it's also it's also COVID hygiene where I'm not showering for 5 to 7 days.
Fun hobby meaning you're too lazy to put shoes on when you go out for a smoke.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Is COVID hygiene?
Why would you? It's much more comfortable.
And we have
bare feet in the grass.
It feels very nice. So it's very.
Yeah.
Is COVID hygiene an oxymoron?
Yes. Yes, I believe so. Well, Llama, we need a judgment on that.
It is not.
Okay.
It's a simple practice of hygiene to boost your immune system by not bathing as much.
That is a good.
Okay.
Hey Kev, on the chat, somebody just bought a pair of Sanooks because of you. So
holy shit!
You might want to contact Sanook.
Get
now
my
and
10%
get
off or something.
Exactly. Hawking shit on the lot. It's like a real lot. Way to go!
I do at least buy one pair a year, if not every 9 months.
Reach out to them, see if they want to sponsor the lot.
What kind of shoe
We'll
is
even
that,
make the
Chad?
commercial for them.
It's Attica. These are. First of all, they're waterproof, so you can like wear them in the river. And
I do like those. Those are nice. I had a pair of those once. Those are comparable because they're good for like hiking and you can run around like bouldering and shit in the creeks.
And they're shows too. I've worn these. These have seen a couple shows.
They're like advanced Tivas. Remember Tivas back in the day? They're like an evolved Tiva.
Yeah.
I thought they were Keens. They look just like Keens, man.
It might be a knockoff. I don't know. It might be a knockoff.
Or maybe Keens a knockoff. I don't know.
Yeah, these were a gift, so I really have no idea.
So glad we did this.
If you want to climb to the top of Boulder Mountain,
I think you say that every show at some point.
Oh, hold on.
People with
end of May 1 year, we decide to climb to the top of Boulder Mountain. We get up to the top and there's snow up there still because you're at fucking 2,000, 3,000 feet above sea level or whatever it is. This guy steps and it must have been like a drop off, fell up to his neck in the snow. And we had to yank him out and he had to walk down. He had frozen and soaking wet.
I have no idea what the fuck you're talking
where did that even come from? Like, where did that? That's like our intro stories where we're just talking and we just.
I thought you guys were talking about Boulder Mountain. I thought somebody said something about hiking Boulder Mountain.
No, but I like your Birkenstocks, Llama.
Yeah, I prefer the closed toe Llama. That's the only problem.
I have those as well. These are my summer stocks, man. Closed toes for the winter or fall.
3 minutes to showtime.
All right. Let's go. We ready?
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I figured it out.
Stay tuned all weekend. We got a lot of shit coming up.
Yeah, tomorrow, 3 Eastern, 12 Pacific. You're all welcome. Hit me up in the.
Be there.
I'll hit you. I'll hit you with the link.
If you don't feel comfortable hitting Chad up, you can hit any of us up, and we'll pass the information
Why
along.
would they feel comfortable hitting me up?
I don't know. Sliding into people's DMs is a very personal thing, you know.
Just feel a little awkward.
I'm a personable fellow, and I'm actually in most of these people's DMs already anyway. So
you can also use the Wook Plus generic account. How about that? So not just you, Chad. I'm not saying you specifically. If you want to go corporate, you can also slide into the Wook Plus DMs.
Oh, I still have access to that, don't I? I do.
I think we all do.
We all do.
Nobody gave me access.
I forgot.
So we just tell people that everybody has access. So if somebody does a mistake, you can't pinpoint it. Although it's probably Kev.
No, you know what I mean.
99% sure it's Kev. Oh, by the way, Oxford comma. Where does everybody lie on this topic?
Dude, I'm for it just because, like,
I'm for it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Well, he's controlling the outro. So.
I spent 4 years in college, and for 4 years I was told, do not use Oxford commas. It's antiquated, and nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah,
I
you went
do.
to college in, like,
I give a fuck.
Wait, you went to college?
I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Later. Good show.
Hell yeah, Travis. Now, do we say bye?
Bye.